Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joni Young and today I'm going to show you step by step how to paint Pink Dreams. Working on 11 by 14 stretched canvas that's been double primed. I'm taking my large blending brush with a little bit of water and neon pink. I'm going to start blending it around the canvas. And then I'm going to leave one area just a little bit lighter on the far right. Now I'll start picking up a little bit of white and blending that into the pink to create a softer tone. I'm going to pull diagonally, tapping first, and then pull and flick very softly. Pick up a bit more white and do that again. Then I'm going to pull across, back and forth, again very softly with some white. Blend it a little bit, and then tap in more neon pink. Maybe there's some bushes over here or a hill. And now I'm just going to create a little archway here. And tap some more for some soft little bushes all around. So I'm going to take some pink and black, mix them up with my mini fan brush, get a lot of water on my brush and blend it into the paint, and then flick off the top of the canvas and let it drip down. These will be some tree trunks. And then I'm going to press, do a line first, press, pull, and twist around for a flower pot or a little planter just right by this little garden archway. And then I'll tap in some little flowers and bushes, whatever's growing in there. And then I'll pull some lines in. This is where all our waterfalls are going to be flowing from. And I'll help guide down those drips by pulling with my fan brush. And then I'm going to tap some more on the very top where we're going to have more of a shadow. Again, still using that pink with a little bit of black and water. And we're going to have a big tree right there. Take those colors again and begin light little taps side to side for a tree right here. And we'll start another one right here, this time picking up a little bit more black to make it darker. And let's add a plant right here growing up the edge of the archway, using neon pink with just a little bit of black that might be left in the brush. And I'm going to pull and twist over. And then start the base of our waterfalls, dark first. Just pull a few little lines in there for some shadows. Okay, let's take some more paint and start tapping in some flowers and bushes along the edge of where our waterfalls are going to be. They do look like stairs right now. So I'm using all heavy-bodied acrylics today: titanium white, neon pink, and Mars black. Pull in some branches right here and then straight down along the edge, making it darker. Okay, after adding some more vines and foliage hanging down above that archway, I'm going to pick up a little bit more black, blend it in, pull up and down this tree trunk, making it a little bit darker, and then I'm going to go right into the black. Load my brush up and start tapping lightly on the top. Smaller little baby branches at the top, and then you're going to tap a little bit more, push harder with the brush to make some larger ones as they go down towards the bottom. And we'll work out the rest of that black paint over here on the far right on our other big tree. Just scumble it in and pull. Now I've got my mop brush and I'm going to take some black, tap with the bottom of the brush. Make sure you don't get this brush wet first. You just want to put it right into the paint and then tap along the edge of the waterfall area here for some more bushes. We'll be adding some neon pink to them and some waterfalls eventually. This makes for a really nice contrast. So a few more little shadows in here. And I'm using the filbert brush now for this. I'm going to add a branch and darken this edge up even more. A few little branches up on the very top. And you can have them coming down a little bit lower. I'm going to fill in these little white areas here. I've hardly got any paint on my brush. Alright, now with a clean filbert brush, taking a big scoop of that neon pink, and I'm going to tap lightly over top of part of that black. And it'll blend in and pick up a little bit of that black, and that's okay. We're getting lots of different tones in here by doing this. Add some more pink in the background here. And I'm just going to add a little bit more color and soften this up a bit. There's just a bit too much white there. I need it to be more of a light pink. with just a little bit of white. And then I'm just gonna very loosely pull in some tree trunks, white with a pink, and now waterfalls. So you want to line the end of your brush up with that white and pull, curve down and flick. I find waterfalls so fun and relaxing to paint, and I sometimes get carried away and just put them all over the place, but I think it just adds to the painting. It's your own painting, your own little world you're creating, so you can put them anywhere you like and you can paint as many as you like. So I'm going to keep adding them. They show up quite well over that black, and it's okay if you pick up a little bit of black while you're pulling those waterfalls in. We're just going to keep layering them, one starting off from a different angle, from a different side. And you're going to have one coming from way up here, really long one. And I want to make it feel like it's got some movement to it. So I'm just going to tap a little bit. And pull and flick. And then I'm going to dust lightly on the bottom, back and forth. And I want to tap in a little sun right there. So sometimes the best way to do it is just with the tip of your finger. You get a nice, perfect, smooth circle. I take another one of my mop brushes. This is one of my biggest ones. And now that that black paint is almost all dry on the far left, I'm going to put a filter of this hot pink over it. I'll add it wherever I feel like I need a little bit more of a pop of pink. So we've got lots of pastel in this painting. We've got the intense neon pink, and then we've got a nice shadow for contrast. And if you guys aren't a big fan of pink, you could do this painting in any color that you want. Still use the white and the black, but change the pink up for green or blue or purple. Any color that you want. I've got my long liner brush now with a little bit of water and white, and I'm just going to add some more highlights. Some little tree trunks, little branches, making it look like they're farther away. Everything is lighter and smaller as it gets farther. And then I'll just pull a few little lines in for some more waterfalls. Maybe a few little branches here in the foreground. Looks kind of pretty. So I'm going to keep adding little details with this liner brush and that thick white paint. Right in the middle at the bottom of those falls, and some more little lines for some trees way back there. So I'll just do a few more little things with the white, and then I'm going to switch over to the black with a clean brush and work on the far right tree and adding some branches. Okay, so that clean brush, you're going to get quite a bit of black paint. Roll it around, wiggle, and pull and let off. And then pull and flick straight down for some hanging moss. And we can add a little bit here on the left, maybe another little tree, all black right here. And just pull and wiggle. And if you're nervous to use this liner brush and you're a bit shaky, that will help make your tree branches look even better. We want them to be wiggly and all crooked, and it really helps to use a fine liner brush like this and a lot of water. You definitely need a lot of water on your liner brush to help that paint flow out. And we'll pull just a little bit more here, making this branch come right out into the foreground. Add a few more waterfalls right over here. There, that looks pretty. Some with a little bit more white and some with less, all a bit different. I'm just going to tap a little bit of that black and pink right there and soften some of these waterfalls at the bottom. Just adding a little filter of white or light pink, and then I'm going to dust really fast right through, barely touching that sun, scumbling off just flicking off the white paint that's still wet in there. And then I soften with a filbert, and we'll begin painting our sun rays. So we'll dab on some more white, just add a little bit over here and soften this area up. A little bit more pink here on the bottom left. And then before we do start painting our sun rays, make sure that you guys dry your painting off first, because we're going to be pulling through across the painting, so you don't want to pick up that paint that's still possibly wet underneath and smear it all around. So I'm just tapping in a few little blobs of pink here, and then dabbing a little bit of white on some of them for some flowers. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of pink actually to this big tree over here. Just gonna tap, maybe it's some moss growing up the side of it. And define some more of these branches just a little bit more with some black. Now adding bits of white with a clean brush, of course. Just a little waterfall back there. Now let's begin our sun rays, lining the brush up right in the middle of the sun, pulling, flicking, and dragging that paint across. A little slightly watered down, but definitely not dripping. If it's dripping, you have way too much water on your brush. We want it to be sort of see-through, transparent, hazy, foggy like. I was only going to do 2 or 3, but then I decided I wanted to add some all around the bottom and then a little bit here on the right side too. So the waterfalls are quite bright. They have a lot of highlight on them, so it makes sense that the rays from the sun would be casting down on this whole waterfall area. Okay, I'll just finish that last sun ray. Add a little dab of white right there. Blend it a little bit at the top. Just soften, make it look a little hazy. And as I finish up this painting, I want to thank you guys again for joining me in my studio today. I look forward to next week when I have some more tutorials for you guys. Don't forget to give this video a like, comment below, and subscribe for more weekly art tutorials. Thanks everyone, see you next time.